कति धेरै साथीहरू हुनुहुँदो रहेछ कि मैले टु भेरी अनेस्ट होइन यो एकदम सर्ट स्प्यानमा यो प्लान गरेँ मैले होइन अनि हामीले कति धेरै साथीहरू हुँदो रहेछ कि होइन आइएम अभियसली यङ एन्ड ओल्ड होइन आई कल एभ्रीबडी फ्रेन्ड्स होइन यति सक्सेसफुल व्यक्तिहरू हुनुहुन्छ होइन जो काम पनि गरिरहनु भएको छ मैले फेरि व्यापारमा मात्र सक्सेसफुल भने होइन कि जसले कम्युनिटी लेभलमा पनि काम गर्दै हुनुहुन्छ जसले बिजनेसमा पनि गर्दै हुनुहुन्छ जो मेडिसिनमा आउनुहुँदो रहेछ कतिजना साथीहरू होइन कतिजना इनोभेटर्स अन्टरप्रेनर्स होइन नेपाली धारको होइन सबैजना आइएम स्योर कुनै न कुनै रूपले चाहिँ अमेरिकाभित्र र अमेरिका बाहिर पनि नेपाललाई पनि दिँदै हुनुहुन्छ कति थोकमा गर्दै हुनुहुन्छ होला होइन तर त्यो सक्सेस स्टोरिजहरू चाहिँ मेबी मेरो कानसम्म नपुग्या हो कि होइन प्रब्लम मैले नसुने हो कि जस्तो पनि मलाई लाग्यो अलिकति चाहिँ मलाई पनि त्यो लाग्यो होइन तर विदिन द कम्युनिटी विदिन 500,000 भन्नुभयो किन होइन सम्म पनि नपुग्या हो कि हुन सक्ला जस्तो पनि मलाई लाग्यो हजुरको कुरा सुन्दाखेरि होइन आजको दिनमा आई स्लाइटली वान्ट टु टक अबाउट अ फ्यू प्रब्लम्स एन्ड देन अभियसली विल मुभ अन टु इट्स सल्युसन्स होइन फ्यू प्रब्लम्स फ्यू थिङ्स द्याट क्यान बी रेक्टिफाइड एन्ड द्याट क्यान बी चेन्ज्ड right away भन्दाखेरि what comes in your mind right away
for our diaspora ki in Nepal
for our diaspora let's not even go there
for our diaspora ma chai I think being intentional and I use the intentional say it's one of my favorite words I use it in a lot of with a lot of different things हैन intentional भने चाहिँ के हो भने तिमीले what we're trying to create is अब नेपालीले नेपालीलाई help गरोस् भनेर it does not mean anybody is going to give you a handout that is not it के हाम्रो when we say behavior change गर्नुपर्छ भनेको त्यो भने के हो भने जस्तो just as an example one of the reasons मैले यो diaspora start गरेँ is I attended Yale School of Management, right? And the reason I bring it up is obviously a very prestigious school, alumni base is ekdamai khatra and everything, right?
Yeah.
But what struck me was you could be a student, and if you reach out to ekdamai accomplished alumni just on via email or LinkedIn, they will always give you time, always, right? Insane, right? Only for me, it was like, how do I replicate it? How do I make it easy for a student that's looking for an internship or a job to reach out to somebody that might be a decision maker, that might be a hiring manager, right? So one is, त्यो मान्छेलाई स्टुडेन्टलाई इन्करेज गर्ने कि this is what you should do. Hiring managerलाई इन्करेज गर्ने कि if you're hiring people, if you're at a level where you are making these decisions, why wouldn't you give a Nepali a chance, right? तर त्यो सबैभन्दा पनि I think one very important thing is how do we teach Nepalis to be professional with each other, के right? नेपाली भन्ने बित्तिकै like भाइ यस्तो like दाइ यस्तो like हुन्छ नि where you don't want them to show up to a meeting unprepared because somebody is a Nepali. What I'm encouraging our diaspora is we have that common thread, let's use it. Whether it's a reference, whether it's a job opportunity, you never know, right? Whether it's just as simple as a coffee chat once, right? But let's impress the heck out of this person, right? If you have one chance and this person is giving you a chance, be more prepared than you would for any other person.
Yeah.
So that they're like, oh my God, मैले त नेपाली भनेर prepare हुँदैन भने त this guy is amazing, right? And it just takes that kind of perception to change things, right? अब जस्तो हाम्रो we have 40 chapters around the world, and one of the things we do is we do these in-person networking events, right? Ani at first sight, if you look at pictures and so on, it just looks like happy hours, okay? Right? But our intention is that's a safe space for Nepalis to come together and start doing this chit chat. तिम्रो साथी नभएको कोही like if you don't know Nepalis, like for example, like even in New York City, I'm sure you see it, right? Now you see a lot of Nepalis. Nepali जस्तो देखिने मान्छेहरू देख्छ, right? अब people recognize you, that's different, right? तर if you were just like walking and if you saw a Nepali, would you say hello?
You're asking.
Yes,
You're
yes.
you're asking.
Yeah, I'm
Of course, I would.
No,
yeah.
you would, right? Because
Yeah.
it's a. But I think for most Nepalis,
They
you
don't say.
wouldn't care.
Yeah,
If they're a friend, you would go say hello. If like even if हामी बाटोमा हिँड्दाखेरि, if we just cross paths with any normal American भन्ने कि tourist भन्ने कि on Times Square, you would say good morning, hello, like pass हुँदा. And you wouldn't like it just comes normally, naturally to us.
Yeah.
If you see a Nepali, you would not see it.
हो र यो त कस्तो नयाँ भयो मेरो लागि यो एकदम नयाँ कुरा भयो
I
मेरो
know,
लागि।
not with any bad intention. के तर हाम्रो we're conditioned that way. अब चाहिँ how do you don't भन्नाले अब नेपाली हुँदैमा best friends like let's take a selfie हैन कि how do we build these long-term relationships with other Nepalis? How do we act with each other in professional matter? How do we do these के भन्छ icebreakers भन्छ नि नचिन्या नेपालीलाई how do you connect with them?
Yeah.
Like त्यो अनि once our community members learn that in a safe space, right, where people are first ma awkward, अलिकति के भन्ने नचिन्या मान्छेलाई के कुरा गर्ने, and we don't want to ask अब काम के गर्छ. These are like for a lot of us, these don't come naturally to us. These kind of questions, these feel very personal questions, right? त्यो तर our hope is त्यसरी सिकाएपछि they get to go out in the world and network with everybody else and do amazing things, right? तर उनीहरूको त्यो safe space is needed.
यो मेरो लागि एकदम नयाँ कुरा भयो एकदम नयाँ कुरा
Yeah,
भयो।
so you talk about the problemकै कुरामा अहिले solution मा पछि आउला. So that's actually the very genuine and biggest one of the problem. As I love these three words मलाई अघि नै भनेको थिएँ नि, everything is around my life in that identity, integration, empowerment. Identity को पार्टमा we are somehow now collectively very successfully moving forward to have our different आफ्नो डायस्पोराको different प्रोफेसनहरूदेखि लिएर कम्युनिटीमा पनि आफ्नो हिसाबले आइडेन्टिफाई भएको छ. नाउ बिगेस्ट च्यालेन्ज इज देयर टु इन्टिग्रेट के मैले भने नि लाइक यु से द्याट इन्टिग्रेसनको पार्टमा यु निड टु फर्स्ट स्टार्टेड विदिन द अस विदिन आवर कम्युनिटी एन्ड द्याट क्यान ह्यापन थ्रु द नेटवर्किङ इफ यु बिलिभ इट एन्ड देन डिफ्रेन्ट पर्सपेक्टिभ कुरामा चाहिँ वान अफ द पावरफुल टुल चाहिँ नेटवर्किङ नै हो अथवा इभेन्चुली जस्तै लाइक एन्ड दिस इज स्याड भेरी एकदमै बिटर ट्रुथ भनौँ न. सो वेन पिपल आर वाकिङ नेपाली हामी हेलो भन्दैनौँ. अब त्यसको डिफ्रेन्ट रिजन एउटा कस्तो भने देयर इज अ डिफ्रेन्स ग्याप पनि छ क्या, किनभने यो 2-3टा कारण. रिजन के त भन्दैन भनेर मात्रै भएन, डु गाट फाइन्ड द किन भइरहेको छ रिजन भन्दाखेरि 2-3टा थियो. एउटा मैले आफूले एक्सपिरियन्स गरेको एउटा चाहिँ त्यही मैले भने नि जेनेरेसन ग्यापले गर्दा पनि आई नो द्याट ढाका टोपी इभेन लगाएको त्यतिकै हेर्दा पनि थाहा भइहाल्छ नेपाली हो अथवा नेपालीमा कुरा गरिराख्नु भएको छ. टाइम स्क्वायरमा 2जना भने इफ आई वाक अराउन्ड I'm a social guy, so I can say Nepali hundu रहेछ नमस्ते के छ यताउता. But lot of people pass by but didn't even talk about because two things. एउटा चाहिँ जेनेरेसन ग्यापले गर्दा पनि यङ जेनेरेसन छ भने उनी अलिकति हेर्छ भने हुँदैन, कम्फर्टेबल कुरा गर्न चाहँदैनन्. अर्को कुरा के भने अलिकति त्यो घमण्डै त नभनौँ. Something. These people that doesn't look like my type. I'm like very successful guy. I work in this Times Square higher building. I'm the lord or engineer. I'm like very professional than this. Why I should go and talk with identify myself. त्यो एउटा त्यो भनौँ न एउटा लेभल प्रोफेसनलिजमको एउटा लेभल भनौँ न. अब ट्रुथ अर्को कुरा पनि के हो भने इमिग्रेसन कमिटीमा स्पेसली न्युयोर्कमा लेट्स से द I give you for example. I know there is so many still we're trying to discover the professional highly successful in New York पनि, but 90% of people still is we call the के भन्ने middle class को एउटा family हो नि त. Like majority of people still work in the भनौँ न even entrepreneurship को हिसाबले एउटा सैलून बिजनेसमा होस् अथवा भनौँ न majority like more than 10,000 are drivers. Our people we brought that still driving the Ubers or त्यो प्रोफेसनमा छ. सो एउटा इन्फेरिटी सुपेरिटी इन्फेरिटीको कम्प्लेक्स छ नि, त्यसले गर्दा पर्दा पनि अलिकति घुलमेल हुन सकेको छैन. र अर्को चाहिँ त्यही मेन्टरसिपको कुरामा चाहिँ we have not people are not realize the power of the networking or being together. Never know when each people can help or can be useful भन्ने कुरामा त्यो एउटा ल्याक भइरहेछ. सो इन्टिग्रेसनको पार्टमा इज भेरी च्यालेन्जिङ छ अहिलेको प्रब्लम कि how we integrate among our own self. And then next level will be to integrate with the next level of society. Like it's just like see brought the very good point about the Asian American Heritage Month. Like Asian American Heritage, there is so many resources, policy देखि लिएर government level मा top to bottom के White House देखि लिएर यहाँ सानो grassroots level मा I happen to like just last month May is called the Asian
Economic
American. Not only that, common that May month is celebrated in the White House in the government official as a Asian American and Pacific Heritage Month, whole month. Okay?
Right.
And there is so many activities happen to promote the identity and empowerment of the Asian American and Pacific and heritage. And every political office or elected office celebrate that. Okay? And I was amazed. I was kind of surprised and sad also, but happy too. I was the first Nepali to be part of the Asian American Heritage Month celebration in the Governor House this year,
Right.
in the New York State Governor. And I realized that too. But again, like just integration never happened overnight. You got to be, that's the one of the big problem we have right now, to find the solution to how to integrate our different level of people, different community, different generation.
And it can be baby steps. I think sometimes हाम्रो, Agi, your question in terms of our Nepali-ness, right? How does our identity as a Nepali evolve with our generation, with, the next generation and so on? I think it's, it can't be, the same what we say is, what is a Nepali, right? Nepali bhaneko ke ho bhanera. Our parents' definition, हाम्रो generation, हाम्रो kids' generation, it's going to be very different, right? मेरो पर्सनल उसमा चाहिँ मलाई कस्तो लाग्छ भने it's also about figuring out what works for you, right? Also, and picking out best practices भन्छ नि, US को just as an example, US को one thing that I've always loved is one, freedom, right, in terms of what we do, and two, that American confidence, okay? Right? It's insane, right? It comes off as arrogance sometimes. I remember this as an undergrad student where ठुल्ठुलो classes professors would ask these questions, and आफूलाई थाहा भए पनि you sort of feel like, okay, I need to make sure I know what I'm asking or all of it. And people would ask these questions like एकदमै randomly with full confidence. They'll कति times they were right, कति times they were wrong.
Doesn't matter.
That confidence takes you far, okay?
Of course.
Anyway, so what I'm hoping for our diaspora as we evolve is we take some things that are amazing about Nepal, right? This feeling about this, your social connections, all of it, हाम्रो heritage, but we also adopt some of the things that our adopted countries have, right? That's the US ko, your confidence, right? Whether it's you Miss US ko usma, in other things, okay? And your blended mix is going to be unstoppable. Right, in the global context. So, मेरो hope चाहिँ थियो so that our identities sort of evolve over time, and we are, we become incredible. त्यसरी.
Absolutely.
Within हामीले कुरा गर्दा गर्दै समस्या पनि भन्यो र समाधान पनि भन्यो एक हिसाबले भन्नु पर्दाखेरि हैन.
This program is brought to you by Vyas Studios.